Got a style question? A wardrobe dilemma? Just want to avoid those fashion faux pas? Well, you have come to the right place. You're listening to Leslie from fashiontribes.com, a top 10 fashion blog with today's spot-on shopping pick. I think there's no more real icon than the original, Marilyn Monroe. It's funny, it's like, even though, she's been dearly departed for some time now, her legend and her star doesn't dim. If anything, we become more and more fascinated, by who was Marilyn, who was the Marilyn behind, in air quotes, the Marilyn. And there's a new book out called Fragments, Poems, Intimate Notes, and Letters that kind of looks at the woman behind the legend. They found copies of letters to friends in her own handwriting, and she wrote a lot of poetry, which was so interesting. One of her husbands, Arthur Miller, the playwright, I guess, said about her poetry that she was a poet on the street corner trying to recite to a crowd pulling at her clothes, which is kind of a sad, it's definitely a very melancholy image. And in this book, Fragments, really, it just kind of, I was surprised at how charming and delightful I found this book. I was like, another Marilyn book. Just what we need. More stuff about Marilyn. Au contraire, mes amis. She was a massive bookworm. She loved to read, and her library, actually, after she died, contained more than 400 volumes. She had good taste. She loved Dostoevsky, Whitman, Milton, Beckett, Kerouac, Steinbeck, Camus. Like I said, she had good taste. And what was so interesting is even Arthur Miller, I guess, took it upon himself to educate her. Well, she had already tackled Ulysses many years before. And I guess when they were in England together, she found his open diary, and he was expressing disappointment in her and embarrassment of her intellectual capabilities in front of his more intellectual peers, which, I don't know, I think he was kind of a little snobbo. Apparently that really, really crushed her. But it's really cool. This book actually has, she was really into cooking. She loved to entertain and cook, quite the accomplished cook. There's a recipe for stuffing a turkey, and it's definitely Italian inflected, so it's thought that it's probably when she was married to Joe DiMaggio, because his parents were first generation Italians. So she was using a lot of ingredients that sort of mainstream Americans didn't use at the time. So for a charming look at the real Marilyn Monroe, check it out, Fragments. You want it? You want it. Make sure you click on the link below, and if you have something to say, do give us your 2 cents in the comments section below. For more sassy style picks, the coolest fashions and the hottest trends, be sure to check us out every day at fashiontribes.com and also on Twitter, twitter.com/fashiontribes.